We have seen the expression of friction when an object is placed on a plane surface and when an object is placed on inclined surface. Now we are examining a third case. Here is a wall, and of course the wall is a fixed body. We have brought a box here and just we have pressed it with the wall so that it does not fall. We are applying a force in this direction. There is no other way of applying force. So if I put it here and I press it like this, then it will not fall. Why it will not fall? Okay, the question is why it should fall at all. It should fall because a force mg is acting on it, and that force is by earth. So due to this weight, due to this force by the earth, it should fall down. Why it is not falling down? I will say because I have pressed it. So, but falling down is by mg in this direction. I am applying force in this direction. How a force in this direction can stop this force? It cannot. See once again, if I apply I force in this direction, this is the direction of my force. Make a component of this force in this direction. This is 90 degree. So how much is the component in this direction? That is F cos 90, and F cos 90 is 0. That means this force has no component either in this direction or in this direction. So this cannot balance it. Okay. If it cannot balance it, then why it is not coming down? Here is the friction between the two surfaces. Now, in which direction the friction is acting? Friction is acting on the surface. We know this is one direction, this is second direction, this is third direction, this is fourth direction. In which direction the friction is working? So we apply here the basic definition of friction. The friction has a direction which is opposite to intention of motion, not motion, intention of motion. Now, what is the fate if I remove this force? It will fall down. So what is it? Intention of motion. Because of mg, its intention is to fall down. If it has intention to fall down, then naturally the friction will act in upward direction because it is always opposite to intention of motion. So I will say the friction is acting in this direction. So this is the direction of friction. Okay. If this is direction of friction, then how much is that friction? It is very obvious that friction is equal to mg. Minimum friction is equal to mg because it is balancing mg. That is there. But if I remove this force, I say you don't need the force. If I remove the force, it will fall down. Why? Because friction will become zero if I remove the force. How force is related with the friction here? Now, here is the catch. If I apply force on the box does not move because box is applying force on the wall. Wall does not move. As a result, the wall is applying a force of reaction on this box. Reaction. This is the wall and this is the direction of reaction. How reaction is produced? It is opposite to action. Where is the action? I am pressing the box. As a result, box is pressing the wall. I am pressing the box is pressing the wall, that is action. The wall is pressing back the box, that is reaction. This is reaction. Now, there is this force, there is this force, there is this force, there is this force. Which force is normal reaction? Answer, this is the reaction we have just explained. So this force is normal reaction. And how much is this? Answer is this is equal to action. And how much is action? Force. So here in this particular case, normal reaction is equal to force applied. Normal reaction is equal to force applied. Then how much will be the force of friction? Force of friction we know is equal to mu into normal reaction. Mu into F applied. This is the force of friction created here. So you see how things have changed from plane surface, inclined surface and vertical surface. In plane surface it was mg, which was equal to normal reaction. In inclined surface it was mg cos theta, and in wall it was force. Mg had nothing to do with normal reaction. So this is all the three cases. You must remember that friction is equal to mu into force applied, and this is the friction which is going to balance the downward force mg. Now suppose mg is having a value of 100. This mu is equal to 0.1. How much should be the force? Answer, we must apply a force of 1000 Newton. If I apply 1000 Newton here, then force of friction will become equal to mg, and then it will be balanced. So you understand, when we put a box here, and I want this box should not fall. So what I do, I press it. How much is my force here? This force. How much is the force with which I have to press? Force is equal to mg divided by mu. Okay. So more is the coefficient of friction. If coefficient of friction is larger, the force will be smaller. I will have to apply a very small force if the friction is very large. And if the friction is very less, I have to apply a very large force. Otherwise, mg will pull it down. So please remember this thing. Okay. So if we are able to create force equal to mg, then this box will stick here. And this is the method. Which is applied by army when they want to scale a wall. Have you seen that video? There is a wall, and our army personals, they want to scale this wall and go to this window. What do they do? One person is here. He will just put his foot here, and he wants to walk up, but mg will naturally bring him down. So what he do? He has a pole with him. This is a pole. This is body of that person, and these are the feet of that person. He puts the foot on the wall, and here other fellows, other army men, they press him and apply this force. When they press him, there is a friction created between his foot and the wall. And this is static friction. It just holds it firm. And he puts the next foot here, next foot here, next foot here, next foot here. And he will just scale up. Why he does not fall? Because he is getting sufficient friction. How he is getting sufficient friction? Because the force applied is very large. They are the people who are applying force on the pole. So this is how, by applying force on the pole, one can scale the wall. This exercise is taught whenever you go to army and other places, or when you want to climb a wall, when you want to climb a hill. Okay, so this is friction on the wall. So we have seen all the cases of friction, and now we are ready to do the calculations, which we will do in the numericals next. Thank you.